So hello there, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another video, and today we're gonna talk about legendaries, because that's something they didn't get quite right in Mists of Pandaria. Now, we do know that Mists of Pandaria was this big test expansion. Okay, they were trying out a bunch of new things, bunch of new mechanics. Just look at the raids. Every boss is different, has different mechanics. Dark Anima's completely new mechanic. We've never seen anything like that before, the distribution of anima, so they were trying out new things. Unfortunately, with legendaries, it didn't quite work out now, did it? Legendaries used to be legendary, okay? From, let's just say, vanilla, Hand of Ragnaros, Thunder Fury, the blessed Blade of the Windseeker. Yes, amazing. Warglaives of Azeroth, the Kil'jaeden's Bow, Shadowmourne. Those were pants-jizzing legendaries. Okay, but what I mean by that is, once you get that in your inventory, you will jizz your pants. Literally, you will jizz your fucking pants off. Your pants will fly off you, and they will land on the opposite side of the room, jizzed. That's what legendaries used to be. Because they were weapons. They were really strong. They were amazing. Okay, having a legendary was quite a thing. Then in Cataclysm, instead of this pants jizzing moment, it was kind of like, yeah, so if I do Firelance 3 more times, I'll have my legendary. Then you got the legendary and you were like, yay, I have a legendary. Now I'm overpowered. And that was pretty much it. For most people, that was it. And in Pandaria, it's kind of like, thank God, I'm done with this fucking quest line and I can finally raid with the optimal back piece and meta gem. Let's hope that I don't change my helmet anytime soon, because it's fucking expensive to get a new meta gem. Well, it's not that expensive. It's certainly less expensive than the Shah gems into the stupid weapons. So what went wrong with Pandaria? Well, first of all, legendaries are not legendary anymore. It's not this pan-jizzing moment. When you get it, it's kind of relief that you don't have to do it anymore. Because, let's face it, the quest line... nah. That's kind of my feeling about it. Okay, go talk to a cunt. He will tell you, oi, you need to farm some rep because of reasons. So you go farm rep. And he's like, ah ha ha, now you have to go and grind these raids for a random chance of getting this stupid item. Bring me 20 of them, 10 of those, 10 of those. So you bring them back, and he's like, oh ho ho, but now you have to grind more rep. So you grind more rep. And don't get me wrong, that was the kind of rep that I like. Okay, you go somewhere, you turn off your brain, and you just press buttons. You work off of muscle memory. You're not thinking about it, you're just killing things. And after a while, you have the rep. So, not a big deal. It was not gated like most reputation in Pandaria, at least. After that, you have to get 3,000 Valor points, which is the most random of things. Okay, you're this guy, and you're getting this legendary thing, and you're defeating bosses in raids, and you're earning your reputation with this fellow, and then you have to collect 3,000 Valor points. Why? Exactly. It was still not the weirdest of things. After collecting more items from bosses, you have to win 2 battlegrounds, which is, once again, very weird, because the legendary back it doesn't work in battlegrounds. The proc doesn't proc, and it gets scaled down, so at the end, it's actually worse than your everyday PvP cloak. So it is completely useless there. Yet you still have to win 2 battlegrounds. And for me, it was just like, let's join a random battleground, and let's hope that I get this battleground, and let's hope that we win this battleground. That was about it. That's how I did the battleground part. And after that, you have to kill more things, you have to get more items, and then ta-ta! There you go, here's your cloak. Whew, finally. Not good. Okay, another thing is, everyone has them. Okay, if you want to raid, if you want to do heroic raiding, or right now, even normal mode raiding, you pretty much need that. Because the bosses are tuned around people having these back items, obviously. And guilds are just like, oh, do you have your legendaries? No. Well, fuck off, what are you doing? Go finish your legendary quest. And what's even weirder is that people, okay, right now are just into alts. Everyone has tons of alts, and I don't understand those people, but everyone is into alts. Everyone has like 5 level 90 characters. Do you really do these legendary quests, or just like, oh, fuck it, I have it on my main, I don't need it on my alts? Or do you really go through this ridiculously dull process of getting your, quote, legendary on every single alt? Because I would probably shoot myself in the process during the acquisition of more legendaries. I just could not do it twice, let alone 3 times. Just no. So in this alt-driven community where we live in, and I don't understand why do we have legendaries that take a lot of time to get? Don't get me wrong, it takes a lot of time to get them, but it's okay with people. No, people are not angry about it. At least that's what the forum says, because every time someone is angry, he's angry on the forums, and I could not really find anything you know, coming from alts being just annoyed by having to do legendary quests. I just don't get it. Next thing is, once you get into a raid, right? And I used to raid in 10-man, and I did, I think, 2 raids in 25-man. Once you get into a raid, everyone has their legendary cloak, right? Everyone has them, because you want to raid, you want to progress. And it's not like, oh, you have 2 legendaries in your raid, that's really cool. Okay, that's what it used to be. Now it's, oh, you're missing 1 legendary, that's really bad. Once you kill a boss and you see the drops and it's a back item, you're like, for fuck's sake, why the fuck is this here? Everyone has a legendary back item. Every single one of us has a legendary back item. Why the fuck would we want this shit? Okay, that was it. Every time a back item dropped, everyone on TeamSpeak went, again? Oh, come on. That was it. That was the response. That should never be the response when something drops in a raid. Now, if a heroic back item drops, people should not go, not again. Who has enchanting? Just disenchant this shit and put it into the bank. There. That should not be the case. No. I don't know. Luckily, they don't want to do this again, as far as I know. They were unhappy with the way they did it in Cataclysm, where people knew exactly when they're gonna get their legendary. They did not like that. So in Pandaria, they tried to give it to everyone, which they didn't like in the end. And, you know, it was just too random for people. I don't know why. You know, it wasn't too bad. And there should always be a random element with the legendary. It shouldn't be like, okay, Jimmy's getting legendary this week, and he's gonna get it 100%. Okay? There should always be a random chance. But they just shouldn't give it to everyone. And just getting legendary from doing LFR, that's I don't know. How do you feel about this? You know, getting a legendary now is just, okay, go talk to Cantillon and do LFR, go talk to Cantillon, do LFR, go talk to Cantillon, do LFR, do reputation, do random battleground, get legendary. That doesn't sound that legendary. That's not a legendary quest line. No. I don't know. And I'm fucking sick and tired of the effect the back gives you. I am tired of it. I'm turning, every time I log in, I just turn the back item off. Because I'm sick and tired of those stupid wings. You can't transmog it away. And it's just in the way. It's just in the way. It was cool for the first 2 weeks. But after, I was kind of like, oh, can I turn this off somehow? And in the end I did. Because it's just too old. It's there all the time. It's nothing special. You see it everywhere. So yeah, let's hope they do it differently. Either as a very rare drop from a boss, or maybe via crafting? Could that be a possibility? I don't know. But I would love to see some more crafting introduced with legendaries again. Because about 2 months ago I finally got the Hand of Ragnaros. And it was awesome because I had to get an alchemist to get me Arcanite bars. And then I had to get a blacksmith. And I actually had to get him the recipe. So that was really cool. It was really, really cool. You know, actually, once again, talking to people, being social in an MMO, madness. You know, it was cool. You know, going to an alchemist was like, okay, I need this and this, I'll give you the mats and some gold, and then finding a blacksmith who's willing to go with me into Blackrock Depths and, you know, make it for, you know, as I will basically trade the creation of my hammer for the recipe, which if you don't know how to do the quest, on my server the recipe is about 3,000 gold. So, you know, that's that. It was much cooler than just doing quests alone in LFR with random people, in random battleground with random people, and get a legendary that's not that great. No, it's nothing. It's just a back item. Big deal.